Hello. Hello, everyone. Anyone there? We are telling your followers that you've started a live video. Well, that is good. That's very helpful. Thank you, Instagram, for doing that. Thank you for rounding up the troops. Hello, everybody. Welcome to ReFashionTalk Live. Today is the first Monday in May. Any of you art and fashion people out there, you know exactly what that means. First Monday in May. In otherwise more normal times, it would be the Met Gala, celebration. I'll talk more about that in just a little bit. So, hey guys, thanks for joining. Oh, hey, thanks for joining, guys. So, welcome, ReFashionTalk Live. I'm Laura Madden. It is the first Monday in May. So, ReFashionTalk Live, for those of you new here, ReFashion is my word for the reinvention and reimagination of our relationship to fashion. Now, I don't at all mean, I know this can be deceiving. I know I'm a little extra today. Yes, I have purposely overdone it beyond my normal t-shirt and jeans or blouse. But, so reimagination, reinvention of our relationship to fashion does not mean dressing like a nut. No. It means using fashion for good. How can we use fashion for good? How can we use fashion to do good? How can we use fashion to make ourselves feel good? And how can we use fashion to do good for the planet? There's so many ways. There's so many ways, and I've been talking all about them on here, and I will continue to talk about them. And I will continue to repeat myself in most cases, but I feel like these things are very, very important, especially in light of one, just the state of the fashion industry as it stands today is quite a mess. And in light of COVID-19, the fashion industry has become even more so a mess. But there are solutions, and we got a lot of really smart people on here. So I will continue to share the light and share the good news and the positive news and send you to those resources that I rely on and love. So who's on here? Hey guys, thanks for joining. It's so good to see you. Oh, hey John, thanks for joining, you guys. Okay, so I've been doing lives on my art page at ReFashioned Art. Today I'll be doing a live art demo right after this at noon. And I know they kind of suck. The lighting is awful, the acoustics are awful, but I'm doing them anyway because you asked for it, and they're actually kind of fun, even though I am kind of, hey Casey, thank you. You inspired me with the cocktail dress, thank you. So ReFashioned Art at noon Pacific Standard Time. I'll be doing a live art demo. Those of you who joined me on Friday night, I hosted a happy hour live art tour at my home, virtual of course. I did it on my ReFashioned Art Instagram, and it was a lot of fun. Admit, somewhat self-entertaining, but I did an art tour in my home of 5 of the pieces that I've done for my home. And again, all of my art is upcycled. Everything is made using repurposed pieces. It was a ton of fun. I actually posted about that. Hey, Dr. Christina Dean. Guys, gotta follow Dr. Christina Dean. Sorry. You definitely got me excited, guys. Follow Dr. Christina Dean. She's doing amazing things for fashion. She is one of our fashion ambassadors. She is one of them. So please check her out. Just check her out after this, of course, not yet. Yes, hey, Crystal, Designer Treasure Hunt, another one of our fashion ambassadors doing fashion for good. So if you saw my happy hour on Friday, it is, I did post about it today, so it is on my IGTV, it's on the ReFashioned Art IGTV, and all of these videos will go on my YouTube, where you can watch at your leisure. So, one thing before I get into all the fun stuff that I want to talk about, I just want to share, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling some heavy, heavy shit right now. I feel like I'm just picking up on the real collective grief that's happening all over the world. I'm hearing from a lot of people about mostly the financial strains that are taking effect as a result of COVID-19. And I'm hearing from a lot of people, I know these stimulus checks are not coming through as said or we're supposed to. Stimulus checks they're finding out are postponed. So trying to stay positive, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling a lot of heaviness. And I'm also feeling, I feel grateful. I'm doing fine. But then at the same time, it's like I'm grateful / guilty because I'm doing fine. And, it's like I feel privileged to be at home and sitting here in my closet, dressing up in this goofy getup and talking about the first Monday in May when there's much more serious things going on. So I don't know. Let me know. Yes. Yep. Dr. Christina Dean. It is heavy shit and it's really scary. And so I'm doing all I can to stay positive because I can go down that rabbit hole really quickly. And I'll admit, like staying creative, doing something fun and goofy, like obviously wearing way more than I'm going to be wearing for the rest of the day once I go out into the world, once I do my art demo after this and then go to the maybe grocery store. I will not be doing this, but it helps me to stay creative and playful, and it's something I'm in control of. Like I have control to dress extra. I have control to get dressed, period. So, hey, baby Vali, thanks for joining. So, in light of keeping it light and trying to stay positive, and the whole purpose of me being here is sharing something uplifting, in light, in positive, maybe just a little bit of an escape, maybe a little bit of entertainment. I do want to say this is a great time to experiment with your clothes, with your wardrobe, with your fashion. A lot of us, we're maybe on a Zoom call, but otherwise we're not really seeing people, or if we are, it's like anything goes these days because we're in this holding pattern. We're in this super scary, strange time. So why not take advantage of that and play a little with your fashion, experiment with your fashion, wear those things you wouldn't normally wear, like this. But yeah, great time to experiment and maybe try out something different and new. Who knows? So, okay, today is the first Monday in May, like I mentioned, in otherwise normal times, this would have been the Met Gala. The Met Gala, it's a fundraising benefit for the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. Okay, so this year, I had to look it up, this year's theme, which is always, the theme of it is always based on what the Costume Institute's fashion exhibit is at the time. So this year it's about time, fashion, and duration. I'm not exactly sure what that means. If you know what that means, if any of you are Met Gala followers or maybe attendees out there, if you know exactly what that means, let me know. I'm going to give you my interpretation of what that means. I think that means it's about time that we take this fashion situation seriously. It's about time that we really get the truth of what's happening in fashion, which is that there's a lot of social and environmental injustice going on. And it's about time that we get real with how we're consuming fashion, because we as consumers, we have so much power in what is happening and what will continue to happen with the future of fashion. We have so much power over this whole excessive production, which is happening with fast fashion. Production will always follow demand. So if consumers are buying at such a rapid, unsustainable rate, then of course the brands are gonna keep making because, we are eating it up. So if we get conscious about what we're buying, buy what we need, buy what we love, buy what we're gonna really use, we take it down a notch. Eventually there's a trickle-down effect, and these brands are gonna be forced to produce less because they will not have the demand. So, hey Edie, thanks for being here. So, I talked ad nauseum about this on my Friday Live. I talked ad nauseum about fast fashion. And I don't often talk about fast fashion because it's one of those things that boils my blood and it really gets me heated. So I have a hard time staying light and positive about that, because it's not light and positive. It's such a serious situation, and it's a loaded situation. Again, I'll recommend Remake as another resource, which I work closely with. We just had our global ambassador call this morning, which we actually opened to the public. Remake is a great resource. They have a docuseries called Made In. They go all over the globe and they make documentaries. Don't worry, they're short and sweet. they film garment workers all over the globe so people really get the truth of what's happening. So anyway, thank you Met Gala. Thank you New York City Costume Institute. That is my take on this year's Met Gala theme, which is about time, fashion, duration. And on to that point as well is your fashion is for the duration. It is for the long haul. Fashion is an investment piece. Fashion is meant to be taken care of like one of your best friends. And isn't it? I mean, isn't it? We all love fashion. We all get so much joy and passion in fashion. I mean, I know for me, it's been like a friend and kind of like a drug at the same time for much of my younger years. Fashion is something that brings so much beauty and so much joy to our lives. So when I found out that there was more to fashion than just all these pretty little things that make us happy and shiny, that there's a dark side of fashion, I was so dumbfounded. I was so knocked off kilter. And it's like, how could something that brings so much beauty and so much joy to our lives also be so destructive and so dirty to our planet and to the people that are making our clothes, the garment workers? So I can already feel my throat getting sore because I have so much to say about that. But back to the Met Gala, which would be happening today. There is a really cool documentary, I believe I've watched it on Netflix, called The First Monday in May. It's really kind of fun if you want to watch something light, but also somewhat educational. It's all about the Met Gala and the history behind it, the making of it, the curation of it, which is really cool. They show a lot of behind the scenes with the curator of the Metropolitan Museum of Art and his process for putting together the exhibit. It shows a lot of Anna Wintour's, thought process with the Met Gala, and it's really very cool. So I highly recommend First Monday in May documentary. Also, if you go to Vogue magazine, Vogue.com, they are doing a retrospective of some of the greatest looks, memories, iconic looks from years past Met Galas. And if you've watched the Met Gala, maybe some of you have been to the Met Gala, I have not, but there are some amazing looks. And talk about like art, fashion as art. I mean, creativity to the max. It just gets me like so excited to see some of these things because they really are kind of like costumes, but it's that fantasy of fashion that got me so excited about it. So First Monday in May is today. Oh, hey, Bortolin Paolo. Thank you, Dr. Christina Dean. You have a screaming toddler. I know, you're beautiful kids. Well, talk to you later. So guys, a few more things I just want to share, and I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I know I've failed miserably at keeping these short, and I always say it, but today I am. So last week I was asked for my advice about getting started with secondhand shopping because it can be so overwhelming for people who are new to secondhand shopping. Know your style, guys. Know your style. When you know your style, it's easier to go into those thrift stores or consignment stores where it's like everything available to you, and just keep your blinders on, stay in your lane, and only buy what you need. I mean, only look for what you need. So you stay focused. So again, know your style, know what works for you, know what you need, know what you want, know what truly makes you feel good and beautiful, and only buy those things. And I know when I first got started with secondhand shopping, I got so seduced by the deal, and I was buying all this stuff that I really didn't need and I really didn't love, because it's like the price points are so low, it's easy to get into that cycle of buying too much and buying what you don't need. So know your style. I do offer, right now, I'm offering virtual styling sessions. Guys, I want people to take advantage of this. I am charging $50 for a roughly 50-minute virtual styling session. I'm charging $50. If anyone wants to take advantage of that, please DM me. We can FaceTime. We will, virtually, of course, we will be face-to-face so I can see your wardrobe. We can make looks, we can restyle your closet, we can clean out things you're kind of like on the fence about. I want people to take advantage of this, guys. $50. So, and if you can't pay $50, please DM me and we will figure out a price. Again, this is what I do best: restyling looks, making looks. I want to help people who feel like, they don't want to do it on their own. I'm here to help you. So hit me up, please. Hey, Woman with Moxie, nice to see you. So guys, Somebody asked me last week also, how do I see COVID-19 changing the fashion industry? There's so many things, and that's where I really got into this whole fast fashion talk, because it's a lot of the fast fashion brands are bowing out of their agreements, and they're not paying the factories that have already made their clothes. So a lot of these factories cannot pay their workers. And a lot of these workers are already working at below like living wages. They're already living in poverty. And now they're not even getting paid for a month. These people can't survive on this. So again, Remake, if you check out at Remake Our World, at Remake Our World here on Instagram, they have a petition. It's called the Pay Up petition, and they have like 15,000 signatures already, because they are pressuring these brands that are not paying the factories to pay up. And guess what? They're having success. There are a number of brands that have stepped up and are committing to paying the factories, so these factories can pay the garment workers so they can survive. But there's still a lot of work to be done, because there's still a number of these factories or brands rather that are not paying. It's not okay. It is like so not cool. And a lot of them are like department store brands / fast fashion brands. So please check out Remake. And the other thing about COVID-19 changing the fashion industry, I feel like there are so many more people now that are, consumers are demanding transparency. Like a lot of this is out in the open. Thank goodness for things like social media, where we can share what's happening. And a lot of people are pissed. A lot of people are really pissed about it, because it's not okay. There's a lot of people that care a lot. So I feel like a lot of consumers are demanding transparency. So if you're a brand or a business, the more transparent you can be, supply chain, where garments are being made, where the fabrics are being sourced, the more transparent, the better. Because people are showing up for that. People are waking up that this is important, and people want to support the brands and businesses that are doing good, or at least are sharing. They're not hiding anything. So I do think transparency is going to get bigger and bigger and more important. So yes, fast fashion, guys, please. I know I've kind of beat around the bush on this, and I've treaded lightly around this fast fashion topic in a lot of my posts, just touching on it here and there, but just don't support it. Don't support fast fashion. If you don't know what fast fashion is, please DM me, and I will give you some examples of brands. I will give you resources. Remake is also another great resource. Learn more about fast fashion, exactly what brands are fast fashion, exactly what brands to avoid, the biggest offenders. But just don't support it unless you are shopping secondhand. I always believe, and I always say, if you're shopping secondhand, if you're going to use it, if you're going to wear it, if you find it beautiful and valuable, it's better off in your closet than sitting in a landfill. And I believe that's the truth. It's better off in your closet than, how's my crown looking? Than in a landfill. So guys, I'm going to kind of like wrap there, because it's been 20 minutes, and I know I said I'd be short and sweet. Casey, I love secondhand shopping so much. I've almost completely cut out anything other than accessories. I'm with you. I probably shop, safely, I can confidently say I shop 90% secondhand today, for sure. And this started purely as an environmental stance. I just felt so convicted that secondhand shopping is the most sustainable fashion. It is the best thing you could do for the planet. If you're a fashion lover like me and you were going to shop. But at the end of the day, I find the best stuff. And yes, there are still brands. There are still awesome brands out there. Dr. Christina Dean, she was just on here. She has an amazing brand. You've got to check her out. She started an amazing brand using dead stock from real high fashion brands around the globe. So their dead stock, which is just leftover fabric from production that would otherwise be thrown in the trash. So what her brand is doing is they're buying this leftover fabric, and they are creating collections. start to finish around this leftover fabric that would otherwise go into the trash. So please check out Dr. Christina Dean on here. It's just another resource. It's another brand using fashion for good and doing fashion well and responsibly. But yes, in general, Casey, I'm with you. I find the best stuff and I love choice. Like I'm a maximalist, obviously. I'm a maximalist at heart. I love choice. So guys, Zero Waste Daniel. Yes, thank you, Casey. Zero Waste Daniel. He is awesome. Guys, check out Zero Waste Daniel. I don't know, Casey, do you have his exact Instagram handle? I'm not sure if there's any spaces or dots or underscores in there. But Zero Waste Daniel, he is so cool, man. He is doing amazing stuff. Again, another resource. And I believe he has a pretty active YouTube channel. He shares like really great content. But let me see if anyone else put anything in here. Oh, hey. Hey, Caleb. Norris Brown, thank you for joining. Casey, thank you. I will show more. I'm going to do more art tour. I will, I promise. Eventually. Thanks, John. I am going to do more art tours and I'm curious if people want to see more art tours. My house is a work in progress, so I'm not doing a house tour now. I am not. I think you'd be really disappointed. But, okay, Zero Waste Daniel, does anyone? Hey, Kalu! Bye_Kalu. Mwah, mwah, mwah. It's so good to see you. California girl. If anyone knows Zero Waste Daniel's actual Instagram handle, please put it in the comments or use that question mark button at the bottom of the screen. So guys, yeah, I'm gonna stop there. On Friday, I'm back. Again, I'm doing these ReFashionTalk lives every Monday and Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, at least for now, and during, this more or less stay-at-home period. So I'll be back Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please, guys, send me your questions or topic suggestions. Casey, I hear you loud and clear. There will be more house tours, but not quite right now. Okay, thank you. So guys, Casey put Zero Waste Daniel's Instagram, the link to his hand. Okay, at Zero Waste Daniel. Plain and simple. No spaces, no dashes, nothing, no dots. So at Zero Waste Daniel, check him out. Thank you so much. But please send me your suggestions for topics. Friday, I do want to talk a little bit more about a little bit more of that sustainability with fashion. I've gotten some questions about fabrics and like what are sustainable fabrics. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. That's another one of those topics. Dyes and fabrics and sustainability. What's sustainable, what not? That's what's not. That's another one of those things that's it's kind of loaded, but I will talk a little bit about that. Again, like surface level, cliff notes, what I can share confidently. So that is just about it for today, guys. I hope you enjoy the first Monday in May. Are you dressing up for the first Monday in May? If you do, please take a picture and post it. Tag me, I want to see. But anyway, this is my first Monday in May. I will share a picture of the full look in my stories later today or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Today I actually have a lot of stuff going on, so I might not get back on here. But so let me know. What do you think of the look? The crown? I know. You know what? I had a little jewel, a little drop, a jewel like drop. I'm not sure what that's called. That hung from the crown, and my upcycling skills did not quite pan out that well, so the jewel has come off, but maybe I'll get that worked out for the next video. I don't know, maybe Friday. Maybe Friday will be an extension of First Monday in May. First Friday in May, although it's not. That was last Friday. So anyway, thanks guys for joining. Again, check out Dr. Christina Dean. Please check out Remake at Remake Our World. Crystal Daniels was on here at Designer Treasure Hunt. She's a designer reseller that's here in Arizona, but she's online, so anyone can shop her inventory anywhere. And yeah, check out Vogue.com if you want to see that retrospective of past, latest, greatest Met Gala looks. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you at noon Pacific Standard Time if you want to join me on at ReFashioned Art for my live art demo. I guarantee you I will not be wearing this. I promise. So I'll see you Friday, guys, nevertheless, and have an awesome day. Oh, I love you too. I love your extra. Thanks, Crystal. How am I gonna do my art demo in this though? How am I gonna go to the grocery in this? Man. All right, guys, see you later. Bye-bye.